Hey, this is Evan from Octane Electrons. Today we're going to check out the AZDOME 3-channel dash cam. So this is a compact dash cam unit, kind of all in one. Has an interior camera, outside camera, and a rear view camera. 1080p, loop recording, comes with an SD card, parking mode, G sensor. So let's take a look. 128 gig SD card for their system, right on. Here is the camera itself. Let's get it out of the bag here. Okay. So, we have, looks like the driver's side screen. We have an inside indoor camera. And then adjustable outside camera. Okay, looks good. Few buttons: mode, mute, emergency lock, switch camera. Okay. Please connect to power. No problem. Okay. Let's take a look where our SD card slot is. Looks like we got a power button right there. SD card slot, AV plug, and USB plug. Right on. It's really light. I like that because I've had lots of cameras that can fall off the dash. So the lighter the better. Let's see what we got. Okay, cigarette lighter power plug. Nice, easy. USB-C style plug. Right on. Here is our rear camera. I don't think I'm going to use this. I've used one in my Jeep with my old dash cam and it worked great, but I just don't like running the wire back there, and I'm more concerned about a front camera. So I'm not gonna. I'll show this, but I'm not gonna install it here in the video. We're just gonna use the rear-facing camera on this. Okay, and then looks like our mounting system here. So we'll go into my Jeep Gladiator. Looks like it has some wire clips. That's cool. And see how we're going to get it mounted, and I'll show you that. So there's all the pieces. Looks good. Well packaged. It comes with a screen protector, right on. User manual. So right on. Very cool. We'll go to the Jeep and see where we're going to locate all this stuff and take a look. All right, be right back. Okay, so I'm here in my Jeep. I have it installed, and let me show you a couple things. Of course, I should have read the directions, and I didn't. And I said this was a screen protector. It is not. I'm going to peel up part of it. It's a static film, so you can see there. And you stick that to your windshield. Okay, I have a feeling it'd probably stick to the glass fine otherwise, but this maybe gives it a stickier surface. I'm not sure. And it's got directions printed on it, you can see right there. So you stick that film to the windshield, you pull off the coating, stick it, and then you pull off the coating on the square side of the camera here, and it sticks, I mean, really tight. So, seems like secure, probably better than the suction cup mounts we usually see. So, I like it so far. I moved it around a bit. I originally had it over here where I had my old camera. It didn't get a great view of inside or the center of the hood, because you can see like the camera is adjustable up and down. There's the front camera, but not side to side. And so same with the inside camera, up and down, but not side to side. They're both wide angle, but still. So let me go ahead and hit power here, turn this on. There we go. I turned off the volume because it does have a really loud startup noise. Okay, great. So here we got it started up. Let's take a look. So here's our screen up at the top here. Hard to see. The SD card slot is right there. I've already got the card inserted. You just click it in. There's the rear view camera video plug, which again I'm not using. And then power plug. And I routed my power up there, runs along the corner, kind of tucked behind my plastic, and is plugged in here to my cigarette lighter plug. And then you can see here's my adjustable inside camera. It works great. It's a wide angle lens. You do have a switch camera button here to switch the screen between like picture in picture or full screen. So we'll leave it in the picture in picture. And you can see the buttons along the bottom: M, mode and back button, mute and up button, emergency lock to lock a file if you want to make sure it doesn't get deleted, down or switch camera, and OK and confirm. And then on the outside here, you can see the power button, that round one right there. That'll turn the screen on and off. Okay, so pretty simple controls. Let's make sure it's recording. When it's blue up there, it's recording, shows you the time on the SD card. Red says it's not recording. Power light shows our resolution. There's a power icon that it's plugged in, all that kind of stuff. If we tap M once, we can go into the settings menu. I've already gone through and checked stuff. It's pretty simple. You use up and down and OK. So we have resolution. We'll set it to the highest one. Looping, recording. I'm going to loop files every minute. Inner camera mirror. Leave that off, but you can like flip the inner camera image. Beep, I turned that off because it was just very loud. Record audio, on or off. I'll leave that on for now, we'll see. Okay, I set the date and time. You just use up and down to adjust each one, and then okay. Language, volume, which I turned off as well. Frequency, set power frequency. I don't know, US is 60 hertz. Screensaver, I set for 2 minutes before the screen times out. This is auto for your brightness detect for like night and day. G sensor is how sensitive the like tilt sensor is, if to record if the car got hit while it was parked or something. Exposure, you can adjust the exposure level. I left it set to the middle. Date stamp, I have on to date stamp the files. Format SD card, when you put in your SD card, you definitely want to do that. And you can reset all the settings, see the firmware. Okay, pretty simple. All right, we'll go back to the main screen. So, sitting there recording, like I showed you, super easy to adjust your inside and outside cameras. You do probably want to center the camera in your dash so you get a good view across the front of the hood. Rear view cameras, same, mount it however you'd like for good viewing. Okay, and then pretty simple settings. The OK button will snap a picture if it's just sitting here going, so you can tap that to take a picture. You can switch cameras like we talked about. Okay, emergency lock you can hit if it's recording. Oops. There we go. Oh, maybe I had that backwards. Sorry, maybe red is recording and blue is not recording. So you can hit that to emergency lock or unlock the file so they can't be deleted. Mute, I don't think does anything while you're in use. And then to play back video files, you can hold M here. Hold. Let's see here. There we go. You can hold M to go into the menu, or to the file menu, and then you can select video files that have been captured, and you can actually, or pictures, and then, oops, probably at the end of the chain, and then you can hit OK to play them back. Yeah, on the screen, which is pretty cool. You can hit M to go back, and then you can delete or protect a file. Or sorry, hold M, I believe, to go back. Yeah. So pretty simple to use. It's a good menu. It's easy and fast, easy to use. Turn my power off, start the car. Starts up quickly. So yeah, overall very cool. It's compact, I like that. It fits really nicely on the dash. Has a good mounting system, adjustable cameras. Power cable's plenty long enough for anything. Cable for the cable length for the rear camera was super long, so you can easily mount it on a long truck or something, no problem. And yeah, overall, great camera, works well. It's replacing my other one for now, and I think I like this. I'm gonna leave it here and use it for a while, but overall, really cool. This is a great unit. All right, thanks for watching. See you later.